Cloudy but warm conditions greet you here at the Trust Arena for match day 3 of the OFC President's Cup. It's Auckland City, the Oceania champions, taking on the Cayman champions, Bodden Town. And alongside me is Miles Davis. I'm Gordon Watson. We'll be describing the action for you this evening. So let's take a look back at the highlights of a very busy first half. It began brightly for Bodden Town. They won this free kick. Charlie McLean put in a very, very decent ball. They were unable to capitalise and they were punished 2 minutes later when Emiliano Tade got round Sant'Angelo Bush and slotted beyond Ramon Seeley. The Argentine striker who's just come back from trial with Vasco da Gama in South Africa doesn't really miss those sorts of chances. 5 minutes later, another opportunity, this time Cam Lindsay on the end of an Andrew Milne cross, totally unmarked. Balloons his header over the crossbar and knows he should have done better.
Hides his face in shame.
14 minutes, Tade at the ready again, popped it through. Kohei Matsumoto was through, couldn't get his shot on target. And again, that man Tade with the cross, touch from Belanga, the shot and a great save by Ramon Seeley. And then Auckland City finally recalibrating their shooting. And Emiliano Tade picked this ball up, totally unmarked again, took his time, picked his spot. Next stop, back of the net, and the Navy Blues 2 goals to the good. There was more to come, this time from substitute Darren White. Ramon Seeley came, tried to close down the angle on Tade, and White, who was lurking at the far post, unmarked, slots it into the back of the net to make it 3-0. Clever chip. Bodden were racing back, but as you can see, there's not a white shirt within Kui of Darren White, and he won't get too many easier chances than that.
Yeah, the high line backfired from them near the end. They've received a few offside decisions that had kept Auckland City at bay. They cracked in the end, and they're going to need a bit of painkiller, I think, for the second half, because I think there's some punishment coming their way.
So confirmation then that Auckland City lead by 3-0 as we see the Curver kids go through their routines. So let's take a look back at the highlights of a goal-laden match.
Yes, and it wasn't... went back to the first half. Here we go, the second half. A lovely ball from De Vries with the outside of his right foot. White gets in, and boom, far post. Tade helping himself to his third goal of the afternoon. Hat-trick made it 4-0, and it was only going to get worse for Bodden Town.
That was a lovely strike.
Magnificent finish there from Ryan De Vries. So just as we were saying that he was a little bit rusty for the day, went and shoved one right down our throats. 66 minutes. Unfortunately, not being able to hold on to it there. Celia Matsumoto helping himself, getting on the score sheet. Yes, he was often last man standing, really, Seeley. Could have done. And, often left on his own by the rest of his defence. 71 minutes. A lucky bit of a deflection there. He fainted there. I thought De Vries was going to have a shot, but he leaves it for Tavano to finish it off. There's a fair bit of that, actually. A bit of unselfish play from Auckland City. I think we've got another one coming up shortly as well. Will you see from Tavano? Will be repaying the compliment and laying it off when it looked as if he could have had a shot. The ball comes in here. I think this might even be the one here. Lays it to the side, and I think that was Burfoot. Buries it. Lovely finish. In the old days that would have been offside, but not nowadays. And I think the game's arguably better for it. And with time running out, things just not going right at all. The ground gets back, but slips, leaving De Vries with the easiest of tap-ins.
So comprehensive victory for Auckland City, the Oceania champions, cruising into the final of the OFC President's Cup with 13 goals for, none against from 2 games, 6 points the maximum they could get. And Ryan de Vries with the exclamation mark to a comprehensive performance. So let's get some post-match reaction. Ramon Seeley, the captain of Bodden Town, is with Jacqueline Tranvan.
Ramon, tough day at the office today. Probably didn't enjoy that, but a good workout for you in the goal.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the best day in the office for us. I mean, Auckland is a good team. We played our football in bits and pieces, but we didn't play it throughout the 90 minutes, and they executed their plan well. So hats off to them and a good win for them, and good luck to them in the finals.
You expected, I'm sure, a tough match against Oceania's top club side.
Definitely. As I know, they're going to the Club World Cup next month, so I knew it was always going to be a difficult game, but we knew that if we played to the best of our abilities, we could have come up with something, but it just didn't happen for us today, and that's football. But we'll use this and move on to the next game on Sunday, and hopefully we can get a better result.
Any hopes for who your opponent might be on Sunday?
No, whoever we play, we're coming to beat them. It doesn't matter who it is. We're wounded after this, and when we were wounded, we come out hard. So hopefully we can get the result we want on Sunday.
Thanks, Raymond.
So, as ever, an articulate and thoughtful response from Ramon Seeley to a difficult afternoon.
And exactly what what we've come to expect from this side, just their whole demeanour and attitude. They're coming out there to win, and I don't doubt that they're going to give it everything on Sunday. They're not just here for a holiday, they're outclassed today, but they certainly haven't been broken in spirit.
Time to get the views of another Ramon, this time Trebulic of Auckland City.
Congratulations, Ramon. You're through to that final, a repeat of the 2014 OFC Champions League final against Amicale. Can we start with how you thought your team played today? I think the first half perhaps a little unsettled, but they really got into it by the end.
Yeah, we had a lot of subs in there, and it's always difficult, to bring people together. But I think they played really well. I mean, everyone, even Kohei, which was his debut. It's the first game he plays with us, basically, and I think he played a good game, So it was good to see that no matter who we play against and which players are on the field, the team plays with the same ideas, So very happy with that, yeah.
Pleased to see a good spread of goal scorers.
Yeah, look, I think we don't want to get too carried away by the score, you know what I mean? It was one of those games that sometimes can happen in life. They probably didn't have a very good night, and we managed to score a few goals, but as I'm saying, we have to keep our feet on the ground and keep working.
Pleased to have Emiliano Tade back with the squad today.
Yeah, it's good to have him back. Obviously, he's been a very important player for us, especially last season, and this season he's been very good, so it's good to see him back and scoring for us, yeah, of course.
And so on to Sunday's big final. Ready for that one? A different side to who you met earlier this year, but I'm sure still a good one.
Yeah, big game, I mean, they're very good. They have a few new players in there, or quite a lot of new players, new team, but they still keep the island players that are, very good, technically very good. They are very motivated. That's what I saw when they played Busaitin, a very motivated team to win. So it's going to be a very tough one, a very difficult one. But we hope to recover well, and be able to be competitive on Sunday.